Welcome back to Just Rank. So glad you guys made it again. Coming to see us, enjoying our conversations about music. JustRankedPod.com. JustRankedPod.com.
Hey, watch how far you're pulling that down there, man.
You can.
What are you doing?
Couple quick clicks. You can get all of your podcast sources there. You can also get some trendy merch. All the kids are doing it. You don't want to be like Larry down the street that doesn't have a Just Ranked Pod shirt. Get yourself a Just Ranked Pod shirt, please. So, all right. This is a music podcast where us four idiots rank our top four favorite songs of the particular topic.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what made you bust out, but you made me laugh.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Oh, that was gold.
Oh, shit.
That was gold.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Something just struck me. I don't know.
Hit like, subscribe, all that other shit. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Was it when I said the popular kids got it?
That set me off, the popular kids.
Me too.
Oh,
Like, who the fuck does that?
All right.
it'd be really rad with the popular kids.
Right. Rad. Tubular. It'll be tits. It'll be tits.
Tubular. Right
We
on.
tits.
Never heard
Every
that for 30 years.
All right,
Yes.
sport. We're going to get back to
Oh, shit. This is
It'll be so
bitching.
boss.
This is the worst or the best intro ever.
Right. We
I thought
thought,
I was nailing it.
You
You
were
were nailing
sorry,
it,
Jimmy.
yeah.
I fucked it all up. I
Yeah.
apologize. Oh.
oh,
All right.
I'm fucking crying.
What's a good bring back for me on that? Do I have to start it over?
No, go on. I'm not cutting any of this. This is all staying in, so you just better keep going.
All right. We rank our top favorite best four songs of the topic. And this time we picked a year. Dink threw a dart and it landed on 1974.
yeah.
So I'm going to start with a bunch of entertainment related news that happened in 1974.
I like
The
these.
number one show in America was All in the Family. It was on CBS.
Shut
in
up.
the 1975 Grammys, music from 74, Olivia Newton-John, record of the year with I Honestly Love You.
Oh, I love you
Steve-
too.
Oh, Stevie Wonder, album of the year, Fulfillingness first finale. Babs, Barbra Streisand, The Way We Were was song of the year.
Wow.
Best new artist, Marvin Hamlish, best known for The Entertainer.
Oh, yeah.
A couple big events happened in 74. Richard M. Nixon resigns as president over Watergate. Hank Aaron hits his 715th home run, beating Babe Ruth's record. So it was a huge, huge accomplishment. Richard Pryor wins Best Comedy Recording. You guys go to Google and find out the name of
Oh,
that.
yeah. Yeah, Google that one.
Godfather Part 2 wins Best Picture at the 47th Academy Awards. A couple fads. Dungeons and Dragons was released that year. The premier fad of 1974 is one of my favorite fads of all time. It's streaking. Streaking was done across sporting events, college campuses,
Oh, right on.
through businesses. And has become a mainstay. It happened at the Super Bowl just this last year, and it also happened, I believe, at the Oscars.
Is a very important contributor to world entertainment, and someone, quite likely,
They
Oh,
no
yeah.
longer show it on TV anymore because
No, they don't, right? It's a ripoff, right? And you don't get any KFC. Like,
right.
If
Well,
you're
also
not going to
it's always,
streak, you need KFC.
it's always dudes doing it, so it's
It's
never
always
a hot
guys.
chick running across the screen. It's always some dude. So anyway, pet rocks. Pet
Flap
rocks,
it in the wind.
another huge fad that happened in 1974. How dull were our lives that we had to have a pet rock?
The irony is that's what I used to call my brother.
Hey, wait, that's what you used to call me.
Well, you're my brother.
Pet rock.
Well, you're my brother.
So two other big entertainment things happened. Rumble in the Jungle, Ali versus George Foreman,
Nice.
pre-grill, and Evil Knievel Snake River. It took you guys a second. Evil Knievel Snake River motorcycle jump ends with horrible fashion because the parachute opened up immediately after leaving the ramp. And he walked away with minor injuries. One of the few motorcycle actions he walked away with minor injuries. April 5th, 1974, Van Halen plays its first show on the Sunset Strip at Gazzari's. And the first American Music Awards. Cher files for divorce from Sonny Bono. Queen plays its first North American concert in Denver. Mott the Hopple opened up for them. Zeppelin starts Swan Song label. The Ramones' first appearance at CBGB's. Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks joins Fleetwood Mac.
Fuck yeah.
The last quick little thing. These are just a couple bands that formed in 1974. 38 Special, YNT, The Ramones, Jefferson Starship, and Dink, you're going to like these last two, Crocus and Helix.
Nice. And nice.
Nice.
The last big note, I saved the biggest one for last. John Rutsey has chronic medical illness and is forced to leave Rush. Neil Peart joins in 1974. That is my opening. There's so much stuff going on in 1974. Let's hear about the 4 best favorite top songs. Dink, you started off.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, this was good. This was a good year, but there was a lot that jumped out that I didn't want to touch. So I did not.
Always the first.
Yeah.
You're on fire. Holy fuck.
There. So I have
Over.
a super 7, I guess. I have 6 plus 1 here. I wrote down on my phone, but I didn't touch, and that doesn't mean you guys couldn't, obviously, because we don't talk. But I stayed away from Bowie, Steely Dan, Doobie Brothers, Genesis, Rush, Supertramp, and Bad Company. Is kind of the throw in at the end, which I hope we will do shows on all of those. And we've already done Kiss and Queen, and they
They're right.
we've already done Kiss and Queen, and they had music out then too. So I stayed away from them. So it kind of opened the floodgates for some individual songs and some other artists that I really like.
Yeah,
to present. So my number 4.
Oh wait.
Samesies.
You know, you think by now we'd have this down to get seen.
You would think.
Right. It's almost
We
like
do. We have it down. We do this every time.
It's our thing.
It's our thing. We do it every time.
Yeah.
The host
Not
hands
even
out
organized thing.
before Dink goes samesies, but we never do.
I should be doing that. My fault.
Yeah, no,
I was too busy looking at the great
The
that we
fake
have.
Stop staring.
So I'm going to say 2 again.
2.
Well, after you just said you got rid of a bunch of bands that I've picked, I'm going to say 2.
I'm gonna say 2, and it's because I don't know, because Chris and Jimmy have them. I don't know.
Oh, he's getting specific in his.
I think you'll be shocked if you guys have any of my list. So let's see.
Same.
Well, I don't think anyone's going to have this one. And so my number 4 is CanCon. It is a band from Vancouver, but named after the place they're from. So this is Chilliwack.
Okay.
And the song is Crazy Talk.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know the song.
You don't
Yep,
know the
I
song?
do.
She talks crazy talk. Yeah, it's
It's
awesome.
all right.
Don't.
It's
I
a
don't.
good
I know
song.
their one big song.
I like Chilliwack.
Top 40 here in Canada, minor chart action in the States. Like I said, the band's from Chilliwack, but formed in Vancouver, right? Bill Henderson on vocals, Brian Too Loud McLeod, who I mentioned before, who is no longer with us. He was the guitarist and split off and started the Headpins, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like this band has a knack for blending rock, acoustic rock, prog elements, harmony sounds. Like this band always sounded like a band that wasn't really from Canada to me. And then every once in a while they'd put out a song, you'd be like, oh, that's very Canadian. You know what I mean? So, so I guess they had to mix of both. I thought they always should have been a little bit bigger than they were. They had really good harmony stacks and keyboard stuff. And of course the guitar, like I said, kind of sits somewhere in between the Guess Who. This is what I put in my notes. The Guess Who and like early Styx, Supertramp, art pop, as they fucking call it now. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Somewhere in between there. If you, what's the song you know, Jimmy?
Couldn't tell you by name, but
yeah, but you know if you're in that Chilliwack, right? Fly at Night, maybe, or
by name I couldn't tell you, but
this is one of their bigger ones.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, that's my number 4. The neat thing about this is Chilliwack was a part of the first wave of bands boosted by the CRTC regulations of CanCon, where they had to play Canadian music. It started in the early 70s, and this is their second album or first album, maybe even debut. No, I think it's their second album. Whatever. So they were early on in those regulations where the radio play got them more popular in Canada because we only had so much music to play.
Yeah. So
for certain stations that were a certain genre, if they were rock or whatever, classic rock, but it wasn't even called classic rock back then, right?
It was just rock then.
It was just rock, right? But anyway, so that's my number 4, Chilliwack. Crazy Talk.
Nice. I like Chilliwack, but my Chilliwack songs are early 80s.
Early 80s, right? Like Gone,
My Girl and shit like that, right?
Yeah,
like,
what you gonna do? And
what you gonna do when I'm gone? Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
I think that's the song I know.
Oh, probably, yeah. That's the one. I think it charted in the U.S. actually.
Yeah, well, a couple of them have broke down there. This one they said moderately, but like no numbers.
And also, I was old. Like at that time, I remember listening. I was like 9, 10 at that time when that was big.
Right, and they got radio play, right? Because you'd hear their songs, right?
Yeah. I know of them for 2 reasons. You two guys up top there, and the vinyl shop. The vinyl shops. Chilliwack. Yeah.
Nice. And I think I mentioned before when I brought them up, those albums are good. There might be a couple of duds, right? They're not, mind blowers all the way through.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they never got huge, right? But then that can be said by so many artists back there and that had filler on their albums. It's like, how do you charge that for this?
Yep. Right. Well, in 1974, people were buying an album for 1 song, so.
Yeah, well, that transformed right into the 80s. We were too, right? Like, I got to get this album. This album's terrible.
A couple of songs on my list are the only songs on those albums that I like of the artists that I'm picking, right? Like, at least one, anyways.
Right. No, that happens for sure. Okay, I'll move on to my number 3. My number 3, you guys all know this song. So this is the Hollies, The Air That I Breathe. I
love the Hollies.
Short list
song.
I love the Hollies.
Number 2 in the UK, number 6 on the US Billboard Hot 100, number 5 here. Major airplay staple in adult contemporary. One of the biggest worldwide hits of the 70s. And I didn't realize this until I did my research. I probably knew, but had forgotten. But this is a cover. I thought it was their song. And there was a version out in 72 by the writer, Albert Hammond, which didn't make it. And they took the song, and it's fucking amazing, right?
Common in that time period.
Another cool talking point that kind of brings this song into the 90s. They sued Radiohead after Creep came out for theft of sound from this song.
Chord
progression and melodic phrasing were ruled similar. They won. So they have writing. So Albert Hammond and Mike Hazelwood, not even part of the Hollies, who wrote the song originally that the Hollies did, they have writing credits on Creep.
Really?
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome new information for me as
Wow.
well. But yeah, that's it. That's kind of like it often gets grouped with like If by Brad and Without You by Nielsen and Make It With You.
Soft rock,
like soft rock,
Mhm.
Cheezers, right? Early before yacht rock, right? Like if that's real. But yeah, that's my number 3.
Nice. I love the Hollies.
Love the Hollies. Love the Hollies. Did I not have them on a list?
Yeah, you did.
You had Long Cool Woman.
Long Cool Woman.
Yeah, I did have Long Cool Woman. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
Jimmy,
love the Hollies. I love their sound.
You listen to their greatest hits at your place?
Yeah. My wife frequently will grab the greatest. We only have the greatest hits. The album covers Water Damaged. We got it at a garage sale, but the album's pristine and it's a beautiful album. I love this album.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'll move on to my number 2, which isn't going to be a big crowd pleaser because now that I've presented this artist, I know you guys don't like this artist. I like this artist. So this is Nazareth. Nazareth back. There's no Love Hurts and there's no Hair of the Dog, so you don't have to worry. But this song is Shanghai and
he was fake cheering.
This is Shanghai in Shanghai, and it's off Rampant in their 74 album. I love Nazareth. Like I said, a big part of my childhood. And I really like this song. I like Dan's voice in this song. It was produced by Roger Glover of Deep Purple, so that's kind of cool. It has a cool little ode to Satisfaction by the Stones in the song, right? Because they talk about a Stones concert or second better to the Rolling Stones or maybe on the charts or some fucking thing. But it was on, like, I didn't know this song because I didn't have this album when I was a kid, but then I got their greatest hits, and I had Razmanaz and Loud and Proud or one of their other albums, and this song was on their greatest hits. So then I started diving into all of their catalog, which I know you guys have never done.
Yeah.
And they're good, man. They're good. I like their sound. It's a dirty rock sound, and those songs that you hate do definitely hurt this band because they have some stuff that's good. If you can
maybe it's because I missed it, but I didn't say dislike Nazareth. I just got it overplayed. There was a period in high school where like the greatest hits, there was nothing to do in Muskoka. I'd pick up 2 friends in my pickup truck, Holy Redneck. And for some reason, we would listen to Nazareth all fucking night while we drove around back roads.
Right. Yeah, you'd skip over.
It just got a little bit overkill. And then when I forget right now, you picked. What did you pick as on one of your lists for Nazareth before?
This Flight Tonight.
When I was listening to the podcast and that song came in, I'm like, fuck, I forgot how good this song really is. It's not that I dislike them, it's just that it got overplayed.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Right? And I would totally do a show on Nazareth. Just saying.
Yeah, Joe, what were you going to say?
Well, he said, I don't know, you were going to say something. I was going to say something smart ass, but I agree with the guys too. I like the band. I just say there's 3 songs I can never, ever hear again. I'd be great. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's probably one of those bands
last time. What's the third one now?
Well, it's Love Hurts, it's Hair of the Dog, and what's the other one?
TBD.
He's keeping one open just in case.
Fill it in when
he remembers one. He's got one open. He's got a spare. A player to be named later. Song to be named later.
As soon as I hear it, that one.
Future consideration.
Oh yes, I have an open slot. Fuck, that is good.
No, but a big part of my high school is listening to Nazareth, so I don't dislike them. I'm telling you, I got a whole huge nostalgia thing for them.
Yeah, that yellow best of or greatest hits. Yeah, that was, I had it on cassette. Yeah, you'd listen to all those tunes. You'd skip over Love Hurts, but you'd play Sunshine. Another ballad, Sunshine.
Yeah,
when you around. Yeah, so good.
I can even tell you the make it truck and the color of it. Like fucking
right. That's because of that.
You guys are right. I know it was Chris, you said, or Jimmy, you just said, but it was always the Nazareth greatest hits. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That was the album.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll move on to my number 1. My number 1 is Canadian again, so I've waved the flag here a couple times. This one was kind of easy, and this is if we were all Canadian, this would be a basic bitch. This Broke in the States was massive here. I would say it's his signature song. This or possibly one other, but this is Gordon Lightfoot and this is Sundown.
Nice.
Good song.
Yeah, like hit number one in the U.S.
Samesy?
Is that real?
Who's got it?
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Who's
I
drinking?
don't know what's real anymore.
Never know.
just thirsty.
No, I was actually cheering to Gordon Lightfoot because there's a huge Minnesota representation with Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah. This song was written entirely by Lightfoot. Like I said, charted number one everywhere. Wildly believed to be about his turbulent relationship with Kathy Smith. So Kathy Smith, if anyone doesn't know, pretty infamous in the rock world. Also dated Levon Helm and was with John Belushi when
Yeah.
and went to prison for it.
Yeah.
For negligence or manslaughter or something,
Accessory.
right? Yeah. So that's what it said this song is about because Gordon was dating her at the time. But yeah, this song was massive here. Is still massive here, in terms of Lightfoot anyway. The backbone of the song is acoustic guitar, like some electric leads, some just laid backs. Like it's just so fucking good and so him, right? And I would, like I said, I think it's a signature song. If it's not "Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald" that everybody also knows, it's this, right? Or if you could read my mind, all right, like I guess, it's also in the running. But
this album was actually pretty big. Like
this album was big, right?
I had 3 songs from this album on my list.
"Carefree Highway's" on this album too, right? Like I love that track. But anyway, that's it. That's my number one. 2 CanCon's Make Dinks list. That might be a first. I usually have only had 1. Chris has had 2, I think, a couple times. But yeah,
Nice.
I will pass it off to Chris unless there's anything else to add.
Oh, I was just going to say Carefree Highway was also on my list. Like it just didn't crack my top. Yeah. I'm not a big Gordon fan. Later in my life, I've gotten more to appreciate him.
Me too.
Also, like when he was still around, like I'd hear stories about him like at bars on the street. When I lived at that place that you came to, Dink, in Toronto, there's a bar where they had an open mic night, and my friend was there, and he looked over, and Gordon was there because his daughter was playing the open mic night. Like just fucking like Joe says, all these Canadians are connected. Everybody knows each other.
Right.
That's cool, right? And how old was he then? He was old.
Yeah. But just chilling, having a beer, watching his daughter play. I can't remember. That's cool. I was working at the ROM, so it's got to be within the last like 20 years. But yeah,
right. Yeah.
That's really cool. My Gordon Lightfoot, I guess, association is Jenny loves Gordon Lightfoot. She was born in the wrong decade. But also growing up, we had the 45 of the Edmund Fitzgerald. The B-side was his song called Minnesota. So I know that song through and through, and I love that song.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, another reason why Minnesota should just become Canadian.
And I didn't mention it, and it's not in my notes, but it was sampled heavily by a rapper here in the early 2000s. Remember that, Chris?
Yeah.
Elwood or was it Elwood?
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember what it was, but
I think the song was. Yeah, was it still called Sundown or?
I think it was called Sundowner.
Sundowner, maybe. Yeah.
I'd have to look it up, but
yeah, me too, and I'm not good. So, all right, I'll pass it off to you, man, and it's you can roll out 74. Bring on the.
I would look it up if it wasn't my turn. All right. So I did keep away from a couple of bands, like Dank did, bands we've done before, but I didn't stay away from all the big ones because the ones that I picked have such a huge catalog that it's not going to I'm not going to have a problem.
Oh, okay.
Right, picking another 4 songs from them.
Yeah,
that's true. I could have done that too, I guess.
Having said that, my number 4 isn't bad. Awkward segue. My number 4 is going to be 100% nostalgia for me from a soundtrack, and it is from the band Sweet, and it is Fox on the Run.
Love
Yeah,
this
And it's
song.
from the Dazed and Confused soundtrack, actually, from being in the movie. I think maybe when around when he says "all right," or when they're getting is it played when they're at the party? I think when they're entering, whatever.
Is that part of the pizza cutter scene?
Might be part of the pizza cutter scene. I can't
The
remember.
pizza cutter.
I can't
I've
remember.
watched that movie so many times. I haven't watched it in a while though. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Like
Sweet
two
is an
songs
English
together.
right. Sweet English glam rock band. First recorded in 1974. It was the first single that the band, rather than the producers Nicky Chin and Mike Chapman, had written. It was their 14th single overall.
Wow.
Yeah.
The producers wrote it, or they wrote it?
No, the band. It was the first song, the first single that the band released that they had written, and not the producers. And it was the
not the
14th
producers.
single
Oh, wow.
that they released.
Wow.
Yeah, which I found was kind of
Yeah,
interesting.
no shit.
Other than that, there's not a lot on the song. I like it obviously because whenever the song comes on, I think about Dazed and Confused and that my watching it with my friends, Dank included, and
Yeah.
how much I like that movie. I know it's not the best movies for some people, but I really enjoy it.
No, I love it.
The song was really popular. Number 1 in Australia, number 1 in West Germany, number 5 U.S. Billboard Hot 100, number 2 U.S. UK singles, number 2 in the Netherlands.
Yeah. And I would say they have 2 signature songs, and that's one of them, right?
That's one of them. Number 2, Canada.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of crazy. I mean, one of the charts that you just mentioned was West Germany, that was
Right?
before they were unified. You know,
Right.
When I forget about that stuff until we do lists like this, and you look at the list and you see
yeah.
shit like that, right? Also, I forget about these bands sometimes existing, like I've talked about before, until we do these lists, right?
Right.
Like, oh, yeah.
And I'm not trying to like downplay the bands or talk badly with the bands, but that's why I really enjoyed doing this stuff with you guys, because it reminds you of these bands and songs that I totally maybe forgot about, right?
Yeah, they don't make your regular rotation or whatever. You're like, oh, they're just over there.
In 2026, how often does Sweet come up?
Yeah.
Right.
Only if I'm gonna watch and like Dazed and Confused,
Right.
right? Like seriously,
Or watch this show.
Right.
or this.
Which you should.
Right.
Thanks, just
Wearing
man.
your merch.
Or naked.
Or naked.
I mean,
You do
or
it. You love it at your home.
or completely nude.
Put your pics in the comment.
Which pics?
Maybe not.
Why socials?
There's a lot of people I don't know that I want to see.
What's your pics? We always say that. Is that what we do?
That wouldn't be funny.
Fuck.
That'd be hilarious.
Sans your CPAP.
All right, where do you go from there?
What's your next song, dude?
well, good show, guys. All right, look out.
You're right. Like, bye. I'm gonna go now. All right. So
Sorry.
that's all right. I don't just know how to move on. I'm just gonna move on. So unlike Dink, I did not stay away from Bad Company. Bad Company for me is another one of those bands that driving around in my truck with my friends, nothing to do, and we would fucking listen to that album all the time. Be mixed in with Nazareth, or I do a mixtape with Nazareth and Bad Company and who knows what.
I'll find that.
To be continued in my next 2 picks. But it's Ready for Love by Bad Company, which is originally a Mott the Hoople. I always called them Mott the Hoople, but Mott the Hopple song. And it was brought when, what was his name? Sorry, I lost his name. Came from Mott the Hopple to Bad Company.
Oh, no, I don't
know. Ready for Love recorded. Well, Mick Ralph,
yeah.
Yeah, when he came to the band, he brought the song, they redid it, and there's just something about this song. It's kind of dark and fucking soulful, and I just fucking I really like this band. And again, I kind of forgot how much I really dig this album. to tell you the truth. Jimmy, why are you smirking like that?
I don't know.
What did Joe just do?
We have some running gags going here. So keep going.
It's probably about me, you fuckers. Is it about me with Bad Company?
Don't get paranoid. No, I was just being an idiot. Yeah.
Because I'm over here moaning. You guys know I'm
He's over there.
He's moaning.
well, you're like ready for love. I'm like, yeah. Like I couldn't even sleep.
The sad part is we're so used to it, we just don't even acknowledge it.
I was
I was gonna say, all right. I was going to talk about it. It was recorded at Headley Grange with Ronnie Lane's mobile studio. It was album released on Led Zeppelin's. It was the second album released on Led Zeppelin's Swan Song Records. The song itself charts number 1 U.S. Billboard 200, number 3 U.K. albums, number 7 Canada. That is all. That's all the notes I got. I love this song. I really like this band, and if we do it, I'm not going to have a problem getting 4 other songs.
Yeah,
even from this album, I could have done 4 songs from this album alone for this list.
Oh yeah, you could easily do 4 from that. Yeah.
Well, we've talked, many times about what was played during parties during high school. Bad Company 10 from 6 was one of those seminal albums.
Everybody loved it. Everybody liked it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to mention any of the other song names just in case, you
Right.
guys have more songs coming. But that album, Jenny, I always reference Jenny. Jenny, I had to hide this album from Jenny because she played it so often. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah,
this
great album.
But you're right. I forgot about the party aspect. You're right. It's one of those ones where you could play because so many people loved it, right?
Yeah.
Every year at the party would be like digging it. Sorry.
You're right. It would be 10 from 6, or it would be the self-titled, right?
Yeah. Right.
And we're talking about 74 when I was 1.
Yeah.
And we're listening to it when I was in parties when I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
18 years old.
I was already driving by that time.
Yeah.
74.
By the time you're 1? That's a Minnesota thing? Is that what that is?
3.
You're the DD?
If you're
Sorry, 3.
if you're
You're the DD.
I could reach the pedals.
Well, Joe, you were going to say something? We were talking about Bad Company, and you stopped.
Oh no, I just said this song is my top 10. So yeah, it made my list, and just it's a great album, man. There's 2 songs that made my top 10 off this album. So
Fantastic album.
Right.
Great pick.
So I don't know. Maybe number 2 is a basic bitch for everybody. What's going on?
Dink. You can hear him pouring his drink.
He's got a shocked look at his face, like, "Ooh, it's pouring."
Oh, that's a great pick, Chris. That's a fucking great pick. It killed me. It killed me to leave that band out.
We're being morons.
Well, and so like when I looked at it, I'm like, I like so much of their stuff that I'm like, I don't know that it'll be an issue.
Yeah.
Because I was like you at first. I'm like, do I do them? Even this next one, number 2? I'm like, I think I kind of have to because I like this song so much, and I really sometimes when we do 74, I'm like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I like. But there's a lot of stuff that I'm like,
yeah,
right. There is a lot of stuff that I was.
There's
like,
a lot of gray area to the
right.
years.
Well, 70s has got some a little out there.
Rough stuff. Yeah,
in the mid 70s like this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways, my number 2 is Rebel by David Bowie.
Okay,
motherfucker.
Yeah. I figured Joe was going to have it.
Yeah, it was going to be on mine.
Could not have it. It's a good fucking song.
I don't have a ton of notes on it, but lead single from Diamond Dogs, and I got to be honest, I know a lot of people like Diamond Dogs, but it is really the only song I like off of it. And obviously being younger when this came out, I went back and discovered this song later in life, and believe one of my sisters was playing it. I'm sure Lori or Sandra were playing it, and
right.
It was Lori probably.
And it wasn't registering though, right? Like until later in
life.
Right.
Right. And was there a video for this?
Yeah, it's like a 70s. It was more like him live.
Yeah, and I seem to remember getting some airplay on Much Music when I could recognize it, right? Like
back in the days, they never called them back in like the 70s when they make those things. They would never be called videos. They were just like promotional videos.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The album.
The UK release was February 15th, 74. The album May 24th, 74. Described as his goodbye to glam rock.
Yeah.
I read in the notes, originally planned in late 73 as part of the Ziggy's aborted Ziggy Stardust musical. I don't know. There's so many notes like on like recording and composition and stuff. I didn't really know where to go. So I'm not really going to talk about it. I just really like the song. I love David Bowie's voice. I like the way he sings. I don't like everything he does, but mainly his hits and some of the deeper stuff I really like. I like some of the stuff that he did with Trent Reznor later on. And I really miss him and wish I could see if and what he would be doing now, right? With stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's my number 2.
Yeah, well, he was a trendsetter, and this was, correct me if I'm wrong, this was his first solo outside of Ziggy, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yes.
And he was breaking from that because he was constantly changing and reinventing himself. And that's one of the great things about some of these superstar artists, that they can reinvent themselves time and time again and get better. And I wasn't a big Ziggy Stardust fan. I had a couple songs. I mean,
me too.
But David Bowie really, broke out with this album and shortly after became his own, and he was just a superstar.
Yeah, and people forget at this time too, he was flat fucking broke. Like he spent all of his money and plus whatever money he'd get from the record company, all of his money on his tours. And his tours would always lose money because they were too expensive. And they're,
a lot of costume changes and stuff.
Actually started actually having money in a bank in his pocket to live until the 80s.
He's an artist first, so he was like suffering for his art, right?
Yeah.
It'll be fun when we do that show. It's going to be good.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
Talk about a diverse career,
yeah.
And the more interviews I see of him, the more I like him. Like even the past interviews with him, he just seems like a really good guy. I don't know, I could be wrong, but
no, I've heard nothing but great things about him.
And again, I saw him in concert. I saw him with 9 Inch Nails. He was amazing live. His stage presence was just like unbelievable. You could feel it. You know what I mean?
The old hat, right? Like,
well, we talked last episode about opportunities missed. I had a chance in high school to go to the Glass Spider tour with a couple friends, and I was just like, nah, it's David Bowie. I'm too metal for that, which I totally regret, because that would have been an amazing, because it was supposed to have been just a great production, that whole show.
Oh yeah.
There was a big spider that came down from the ceiling and all that stuff. And that's kind of my forte now is production. I mean, yeah, I missed out on a great opportunity and I regret that.
Yeah, me too. I never got to see him live ever.
Was it Boris? Boris the Spider.
Boris the Spider.
The gummies kicking in.
Oh yeah.
What's that crawling up the wall? Anyway. Very small.
This is a giggle show. What do you got, bud?
Yeah, what's next?
This is a giggle show.
All right, so my number 1, again, this song from this album, I probably could have picked 4 songs from this album for this list. This song is "School" by Supertramp.
Wow.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Supertramp. I don't know if we'll ever do a show on them, but I could totally do a show. And quite honestly, it might all be crimes of the century for my list for the entire show. I do like Breakfast in America too. Again, one of these bands I was influenced by my sister Sandra. She had both Breakfast in America and Crimes of the Century. I would listen to them all the time. I would lip sync to these songs. There's something about this song. There's a eerie kind of whine. I don't know the song. I love the clarinet. I love the way they use the harmonica, the piano, keyboard mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, and it wasn't released. I didn't realize this until I was doing this research. It was part of the album Crime of the Century 74, but it didn't get released as a single until 1983.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Really? And
It was
83
backed
was
by,
like,
so it was released as an 83. The B side was "Oh Darling" from Breakfast in America.
oh wow,
Wow.
that's fucking bizarre. Like 83 was It's Raining Again, or like that was early 80s, right? They were
So
done. Like
I didn't really do any research on that because I just saw it today and I was kind of rushed in my notes. So, but it does go. When we were talking about West Germany, it comes up again. In '84, it was released in West Germany to promote compilation Die Songs Einer Supergroup. In 1989, the single was released as part of promotion for Very Best of Supertramp.
Oh wow.
So,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I like Supertramp. Breakfast in America is a beautiful album. The Logical song. I mean, we can talk about songs on that album. The Logical song is one of my favorite songs, and then Take the Long Way Home.
Yep.
Oh, that's Take the Long Way Home would probably be in like top 20 of my favorite songs of all time. And it would probably be pushing it, but it'd be probably close to that top 20. I love it. Trickster did a great cover. I almost talked about it during our remake show. Go back and watch. But
Supertramp is one of those bands that I didn't give enough credit to when I was younger, but as I've gotten older, they're constantly in my rotation.
Yeah.
I love it.
I worked that song into a conversation once. We were at a pool party and a girl was trying to leave, and the was an above ground pool with a deck around. And she's like, "How do I get out of here?" And I said, "Take the long way home, Supertramp." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Nothing."
It's yeah, I had brothers and sisters where that's where I knew Supertramp from, so I was inundated with Breakfast in America for sure. But great band, man.
But not to the point of not liking it, right, Joe? You loved it.
I love Supertramp. I love Supertramp. Yeah.
But some of that stuff can be like, oh fuck, turn it
off.
No,
like Jimmy's right on, man. Breakfast in America is a fucking
so good.
There are people I'm sure that don't like the sound or their like his voice, but
Roger's
like
voice, yeah.
Right. Like, but I do. I really do. And I like the way they expand out to different sounds, like with the harmonica, like you said, the clarinet, saxophone.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the first song that said a clarinet in all our episodes. That's the first clarinet mention, I think.
And that is the only instrument I ever really learned how to play.
I was gonna say I haven't thought of that since grade 7 when everybody was playing the clarinet.
I was gonna say grade 7. I think it was grade 7, maybe grade 8. Fucking learned how to play the clarinet. Second clarinet. Thank you very much.
Show off.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, show off.
I was over here with the flute.
Second best.
Videos of your guitar being made.
Last chair saxophonist. Every year. Because I never practiced.
I played the drums, but they let you take the snare home sometimes, or they didn't have enough instruments in grade 7 and 8, so you had to play this rubber pad.
Left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right.
I'm like, no thanks. I don't want to play any more rubber pads. Give me a drum set or fuck off.
All right, Joe, I think it's you, brother.
Up to you, Joe.
All right. How do I follow all that up? I don't know.
Strongly.
Great list, man. Great list. Again, I think I said in the chat before we recorded, I said this is my most eclectic list, I think, of any year we've done.
You did say.
When I look at it, it's like, well, I've touched, I think, just about every genre of the decade.
Right.
So, so let's get the samesies over with. My number 4 is Rebel Rebel by old David Bowie.
Right.
Lead single from his 8th studio album. It hit number 64 on the Billboard Hot 100. Number 30 in Canada, number 5 in UK, number 12 in the Netherlands. There were 2 versions recorded this song. One was recorded for UK, and a shorter and a less aggressive version for the US as a single. But the version is the UK version because the US version didn't really go over very well.
I didn't know that.
It's his most covered track.
Oh,
I did that.
Yeah.
Yep. David Bowie actually played the guitar on the song. So normally Mick Ronson would play guitar right for him, and no, David Bowie plays guitar on this track. He actually when he re-recorded the song for New Day, his album in 2003. He actually removed the Quaalude reference. I always thought there was missing something, but he removed the Quaalude reference in the newer version. Which I guess it's kind of the day, right? Now,
right.
2003 Quaaludes. What's that?
Right.
Well, kids, let me tell you. There's this guy Bill Cosby. Anyhow,
Once the pudding pops.
This is a great story. There's a great story about this. Bowie was on tour, and he heard somebody in the hotel room above him trying to play the guitar part for Rebel Rebel. It's not a hard. This is great. I think he's told this story a million times, but it's great. I had to repeat it here. And he kept on playing over and over, and he was playing it wrong, and it was driving him fucking crazy. So finally, he went up to the floor next to him, knocked on the door, said he was going to show this person how to play the guitar. It was John McEnroe, the tennis star.
Awesome.
And proceeded to show him how to play.
How do you do this? Answer the fucking question.
And my only last note is how good is a riff when the riff goes through the entire song and never changes.
Yeah, fucking right. Yeah.
Yeah, you think Rebel Rebel, you automatically hear the riff. Whether you like the song or not, it's there. You know the riff. It's such an iconic riff. So yeah, that's my number 4, Rebel Rebel by the old Davy Jones.
John McEnroe's a pretty big figure. Could you imagine David Bowie's at your fucking door?
That's right. Yeah, you open up
You
your
gotta stop that, or I'm going to show you how to do it.
no.
Right. And I could see him freaking out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On a guitar.
The only time McEnroe has ever come.
He's like, calm down, man. My number 3 is spot on. It's me. We've talked about her a lot, but we haven't talked about her a lot. My number 3 is probably by far away her most famous song. From by away her most famous album, her biggest selling album. The album is Court and Spark. The artist is Joni Mitchell. The song is Help Me.
Yeah. I figured it was coming.
This song, again, I can hear her singing, the song right away, right when you say the title, Help Me. It's the second single from her 6th studio album. It's Mitchell's first and only Billboard Hot 100 Hot 100 top 10 song.
Wow.
Hit number 7 on the Hot 100 in the first week of June, hitting number 1 on the adult contemporary chart later on, a couple months later, and number 6 in Canada. The song was recorded by legendary jazz band Tom Scott's LA Express. I think we've talked about them along with the Wrecking Crew here before. But obviously, this is back when she was working with the LA Express, which included Tom Scott, obviously, who always played the woodwinds and the reeds and the horns. Joe Sample on electric piano, the legendary Larry Carlton on a guitar, and Max Bennett on bass. So, I mean, among a couple other guys, but those are the standout musicians out of that group. And again, I've talked before, she surrounded herself with the best musicians she could find. Didn't matter what kind of genre they came from. If they were really good at their instrument, she would get them on the band. Like I said, the song is arguably her most successful, most recognizable song. The song is silky smooth, and I think when you hear the song, you go, "Yeah, this is 70s pop." I mean, it literally is quintessential 70s pop, right? Yeah. And yes, Joe's going to do it. 1974. There is a Prince connection. Favorite artist was Joni Mitchell, but he referred to this song, "Help Me," in his song, "The Ballad of Dorothy Parker." And the line is, and it was Joni singing, "Help Me, I'm Falling." There you go. That's my Prince reference. My number 3 is "Help Me" by the legendary, incomparable Joni Mitchell.
Nice.
6 degrees of separation. You do that very well.
Yeah. You know what my list says? My list waves at your list, and Nazar's saying, "Hey, Joni, you got anything we might like?"
Exactly. Hey, can we take this? Okay.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
My number 3, my wife, I don't think she really agreed. I mean, we have our musical styles, and we never say, "Ooh, you're picking that."
Number 2.
Number 2, sorry. My number 2. My numbering's off because my notes are all fucked up. My number 2 here, it says 3, but it's really 2. She's like, "Oh, is this them?" I'm like, "Yeah, Okay. Well, this band we've talked about before. I think I've picked one of their songs before. I'm not going to back away from bands. It's too hard nowadays. I think whatever.
It is hard, man.
It is. But this band has a different singer than the original song, the other song I talked about. So this band is Genesis. The song is "I Know What I Like in Your Wardrobe."
Wow.
Off the album "Selling England by the Pound." Probably the most successful, I think, album with
Peter Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Released in February 1974. written by the whole crew, which is Tony Banks, Phil Collins, Peter Gabriel, Steve Hackett, and Mike Rutherford, the classic crew. It was their first charting single. So that tells you. And it's probably because this is the first time they took their extreme prog theater rock that, I mean, I love Peter Gabriel, but some of that early stuff was like, dude, it's
a little tough.
You're making, David Bowie's weird stuff look normal,
Right.
You know what? An artist, right? I love Peter Gabriel. Some of the early stuff, not for me, but this song expresses perfectly their pop flavors with their prog flavors. It's a great flavor. In fact, and there's a middle part of the song where you're like, oh, this almost sounds like a 70s, Peter Gabriel solo song,
Nice.
But the song's lyrics revolve around a young man named Jacob who works as a groundsman and his contentment with his current life, where he's perfectly happy in pushing a lawnmower and doing what he wants, and that's all he wants to do for the rest of his life. The painting The Dream, which is also the album cover for Selling England by the Pound by Betty Swanwick, was also inspiration for the song lyrics as well for Peter Gabriel. Again, going knowing Peter Gabriel as he was back then, I can see he's taking a grab bag of everything, right? And like I said, so this song is probably is by far and away my favorite song of the Genesis Gabriel era by far and away. But yeah, that's my number 3. I Know What I Like in Your Wardrobe by Genesis.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Go ahead.
That's a good pick. Like I said, I left the band out. Yeah. There was a couple I thought, I'd like to get these in.
Yeah.
This album.
If you ever did a show with 10 songs, that would even be hard to get it to 10, right? But could you imagine how long it would be?
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of songs I left out.
This album is a great transition album for them.
Yeah.
Going from starving artists having their word, and I'm standing by my word, and this is gonna work. This is gonna work. Well, I should probably alter it a little bit, and it's a great transition album. And Phil Collins, his drumming on this album is just
so good,
mind blowing. And people mock me for saying that Phil Collins is one of the greatest drummers that's ever lived.
For sure.
They didn't live or listen to any of the jazz or the progressive stuff that he was doing because he was completely innovative.
Yeah.
It wasn't until around this time with the Zeppelin references that I talked about in the past where he said, I need to change up a little bit because people can't dance to my music. So
right.
Yep.
You're right. If you listen to their older stuff, the Peter Gabriel era, where Phil's really concentrating, I think, more on the drums and
absolutely.
Oh, by the way, yeah.
Right, like so. Whether you call it a distraction or not, because even when he was doing the singing and his solo stuff, and he's playing drums on some of that stuff, still phenomenal, right? He's just awesome.
Beyond.
The early stuff, if you really listen for the drums, it's so good.
Dude, even if you take the stuff he was doing drum machines with Genesis and with his solo stuff, it's still memorable stuff you hear in your head. It's drum lines.
It's a memorable drum line, right?
Yeah.
And they're not complicated, but they're amazing in their art form.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna disagree a little bit with you on that because what he's playing is actually very complicated, set to a basic tone. Like Frida, I Know What's Going On. That drum beat is fucking phenomenal, and it's very complicated. The stuff with Robert Plant and Principles of the Moment, the other Open Arms or the Other Arms, and I'm in the Mood. In the Air Tonight. That that's not even the best drums of that song. If you listen to what he's doing after that, it's complicated. It's hard, but it fits so well and it's so beautiful. I mean, to the layman, it sounds like he's going dung, da, da, dung, da, dung. But you're not hearing all those ghost notes and those drags and the shuffle. And he's throwing a swing into a basic top 40. Sorry, I'm going way off.
No, I totally get it. Yeah, I know.
But Phil Collins is one of my favorite drummers of all time, so I'm a little triggered on that.
Well, no, because even like tonight where it's don't, we're doing the percussion. It's not complicated, but it's got a memorable
melody
to the drums. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's what I was trying to convey.
No, I get what you're saying.
Executed.
Yeah.
No, and if anybody ever says the opposite about Phil Collins, they obviously again they haven't listed.
They're not
listened to
listening,
anything.
right? Like,
They're not listening to anything from before the Tarzan movie. I don't know.
Right? Actually, that Tarzan album has some great drums.
Oh, fuck. I haven't listened to the whole album.
Yeah, it's a hard listen. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice. Okay, well that brings me to number one. CanCon.
oh my god,
Right? I know. I've talked about this band
Ooh.
before. Jimmy's talked about this band before.
two.
Bonham?
Yes, Bonham from 19. What was Jason Bonham born? He's our age, right? He wasn't even. He was like,
Is
he
it
was like
Skid Row?
2.
He's a little older, yeah.
This is Rush,
Oh,
and
Oh.
as soon as I say the title, you're going to have the guitar line in your head right away.
Yeah.
It's Working Man.
yep.
I think we all have it in our heads.
Dun, 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 dun.
Fucking good, dude. It's just that droning, just kind of like it's coming down. It's so fucking good. And I know a lot of people like Geddy's voice, but his voice is so good.
I love it.
So
on
good.
this album, his voice is really good.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
good.
all Geddy Lee's voice.
So do I love it.
Huge fan.
Yeah, me too. Written obviously by Lyson Lee, because who wasn't in the band yet? Who wrote all the lyrics?
Yep.
You
Peart.
said before in your intro? Neil Peart. No, it's Peart. Yeah, but you said in your intro, you replaced what's his face?
John Rutsey.
Yeah, thank you.
The old John guy.
Oh, what's his name?
Yeah, what's his name? What's
The other number 3, he's gone.
The song never officially charted because it was never officially a single. But the song's big break happened because a single DJ in Cleveland, Ohio,
Yes.
Donna Helper at WMMS,
Nice.
played the song. Now, I realize, okay, I don't want to see people back in the day were dumb.
Yeah, you do.
I do remember back in the day watching like a national broadcast, like when I was a kid, like 5, 6 years old, and they're like, "Oh, we're in Minnesota. How do you think Minnesotans live?" Well, don't they live in igloos?
Right.
They're fucking dumb.
Right.
Anyhow, when this song was on, she played the song.
From
People
an
thought
igloo.
it was Led Zeppelin, so that's why they kept on calling to have her play the song again.
Mhm.
They didn't know it was a band they never heard before. They just thought it was Led Zeppelin's new song. I'm like, how is this?
Wow.
I mean,
Right.
it didn't sound like Zeppelin at all to me.
No.
Right.
At all.
And she was integral with getting Rush hooked up with Kiss.
Yes. Yep. Get them on tour. Yep.
Yep.
But I will say this: the live versions are better because Neil does change the drums. I listened to a couple different versions. Yeah, there's
A lot.
and that's the only thing I can say about this song. And even Gina, my wife, she was like, "This seems a little bit different for Rush." I'm like, "Yeah, because it's not Neil on drums." And she's like, "Oh," she goes, "That's what." I'm like, "Yep, that's what it is." It's weird.
Yeah.
Well, every time I do listen to this album, and it's not one of my most listened to Rush albums, it's kind of like, oh, this is kind of basic, It's
Rock.
Right, well,
Rock.
in terms of their catalog, it's more simplistic rock versus prog.
Absolute rock.
Yeah, so that's why I like the live versions better because he just fills in those spaces like he does so well, like Bonham did, like Stuart Copeland did, all those great drummers, Phil Collins. But Working Man was part of the game the video game Rock Band, and had an alternate guitar solo. That version became so popular, the band released that version on iTunes in 2013 as Working Man Vault Edition. So same song, different solo.
Yeah.
All solos are different. So, and like I said, License delivers 2 separate solos. I think they're great. In fact, Guitar World thought that they listed it as number 94 on Guitar World's list of 100 greatest guitar solos.
Nice.
Wow.
There you go. Joe's got some CanCon, and it's of course Rush, and that's my number 1 Working Man.
Got some double CanCon with Joni.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right.
This is awesome. This is awesome because it hurt me to leave Rush off because this and In the Mood is my favorite Rush song. So both those songs were on my list when I made a long extended list, and then I started cutting artists. I was like, oh, good, that gets those 2 out of there because we're definitely doing a Rush show at some point.
Right.
I can't wait.
This was number 7. This ended up being 7 on my list.
It's a fucking great song. Like that. Like I think that album is underrated in their catalog because it is raw and it doesn't have some of the elements of Rush that kind of get to me after a while. Too much.
Right.
Too
They
much.
weren't quite prog at that time. I mean,
Right.
they were
too much prog is
flirty.
too much for me, I think. But
No, not enough.
Yeah, I like Rush Prog. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
See,
me too.
everybody's different, right? Like, I find Rush Prog it just drags on a little bit too long. Getty's voice starts to irk me a little bit during some of the prog stuff. Yes. Oh, 2 sliders. All right. So let the Canadians really talk about Rush then.
I don't agree with you, but go ahead.
That's just me. It's just
You're on an island, buddy.
And don't get me wrong, I love all the 80s stuff when all that stuff was apparent too, even after they got out of some of the heavy prog.
And I think Rush is one of those bands you do have pockets, because I know a lot of dedicated Rush fans, they hate the 80s stuff because like too much keyboards.
Yeah, see, and I kind of like that, right? Like,
Oh,
I
that's
like
my
them too. I
pocket.
like that too.
That's
Absolutely.
my pocket.
They're probably the same guys that hate Van Halen because he started with a keyboard too. So anyway.
Right.
you never know, right? But then,
But I will say this though, this album too, I didn't go to because like I said, I think in the previous show, I was late to Rush because everyone I knew loved Rush, and I was being a contrary more than anything. I was like, oh, Rush, you know.
Right.
And I did eventually start really loving Rush, and I neglected this one because like, oh, that's 70s Rush, and that's really early stuff. I didn't, and it's their first time without Neil Peart, and it's like, okay, no, I was wrong, and I love this song so much. So anyhow, that's my number 1. That's my 4.
great pick.
Off to this guy over here, Jimmy. It's all yours, man.
Let me comment on Rush because I love Rush. It's one of my favorite bands that's ever graced the recording airwaves.
Yeah.
I purposefully skipped this album because it is not a go-to Rush album for me.
Right.
This might be one of
Not me either.
the last albums I go to that I would consider a Rush album. They were another band in my mind. They were another band, and it's my arrogance, my silliness is just Neil Peart.
Well,
Peart is just makes that band what they are and were, and unfortunately, rest in peace.
shows a difference. Guitarist, drummer.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I stand by it. I'm not backing down on that.
No,
But
that's
I
cool.
love Rush. Love Rush. And I actually like this song. Dream Theater used to play this live quite often. I've seen Dream Theater several times, and they always played this song.
Every time I've seen them 3 times. They haven't played it, so
Oh, well, yeah.
I've been neglected. Thanks, assholes.
That's all
I
right.
bet you if you come see them in Toronto, I guarantee you they play it here.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure. But yeah,
I would
Right,
imagine,
like-
yeah.
There's
Like-
always bands doing Rush cover. That's how influential they are, right?
You know?
Yeah.
Bands here, you see them on tour, they're always doing Rush songs. Or
well,
Well,
it's,
James LeBray is from Toronto, so the
Yeah.
singer.
so
Oh,
that,
nice.
that
I didn't
mean,
know
wait,
that.
does that mean Dream Theater is a Canadian band?
Well, in the bottom world, it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in Jimmy's world, it is.
When I saw Dream Theater one time, they played Purple Rain. So there you go. I'm sure they didn't play Purple
Nice.
Rain in
Nice.
Chicago. So
Nice. So, well, I mean, I just have to say, you guys are converting this guy really quickly into CanCon, and it's
Yes,
awesome.
we are.
And I am fighting you every step of the fucking way.
Yeah,
No, I'm
well,
just kidding. No, it's awesome. So this list was
all Rush, all Canadian.
no, I didn't have I don't have any Rush on my list, and it was by choice. But this list was a little harder for me because this was one of those areas that was a gray area in my music liking tastes. So but there's some great music. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying these are the 4 songs I liked. I'm just saying that this was a harder list for me to really pull in a song that I can say that I love.
Mhm.
And with that, my number 4, one of the bands that I love, have almost always loved. There's a couple areas, albums in the 90s that I just kind of didn't like, and that's Metallica. They had a bunch of cover songs, and one of the OG bands released an album in 1974, and it is the Budgies. This is Crash Course in Brain Surgery.
Wow.
If you've ever heard the original, it is prog rock. It is not thrash.
it's not thrash.
And I love prog rock. So I've always, I I prefer the Metallica version. I am not going to lie, but I've always loved this song. It's their fourth album. There's really not a lot of notes. It released in 74 and it did not, or well, it was originally released in 71 and they loved the song so much, but it had no movement. Nobody really grabbed onto it. And they re-released it on this album in 74. And people started kind of, clamoring for this band and really starting flocking to them. And then that's when, but Metallica grabbed onto them and they got a resurgence in their following. Started selling albums again because of Metallica. And that's how I found the song by way of Metallica. It's Crash Course in Brain Surgery, the Budgies.
Yeah, great pick. I didn't even come on my radar. And just like, I'm guessing like you and most people, I heard the Metallica version better or first.
Yep, me too.
And then years later, or I guess like a couple years later, I think it was, I heard the Budgies version. Like, oh, this is like a completely different song. Yeah. So yeah, good pick, man.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Oh, that's solid.
All right, moving on. One of the bands that Dink, the great Dink Disclaimer, he mentioned that he kept off of this. I kept it on my list because I've always loved this particular song. I do like one of their singers, one of their piano players. We've talked about him ad nauseum, Michael McDonald. But this time it's actually Patrick Simmons singing, and it is Blackwater.
Yeah.
The guitar on the outside of the harmonies are spectacular. They're beautiful. They're amazing. But the guitar line in this, there's a comfort to what he's playing. It's a cross between a Delta blues and like a Dixieland.
Yeah.
And there's a real cool feeling and there's a real cool movement to it. And then again, those harmonies, and you really don't hear a lot of Michael McDonald in this. You hear more of the bass player, that old Blackwater, keep on rolling, that baritone. And that's what I like, is that baritone offsetting Patrick Simmons' voice. I fucking adore this song. There's a steel guitar or a slide guitar, inverted slide guitar, doing a solo on it, and it's beautiful. The breakdown when they just do the vocal, oh Blackwater, keep on rolling, Mississippi woman. That is so cool. And then there's a production value to where it actually slowly brings the music back up.
Yep.
After that breakdown, and it's so cool. Production values of the song, beautiful. That's it. Doobie Brothers, Blackwater, love it.
This was my number 8, and yeah, I was great pick, man. The song is so, the best way I could say it's just laid back. It almost feels like they're kind of
absolutely
feel like they're all sitting on couches, just kind of just fiddling with the song. It sounds. Yeah. I can't explain it, but every time I hear this song, it just seems like they're having the best time. They're just all chilling out. They're living up to their name.
Yep. Going back almost a year ago, Dink brought up a term that I was teasing him during, but it makes such sense. This is like a comfort food song, and I
might have been Joe with the fucking.
Oh, was it Joe? Somebody
that thing you do, yeah.
Okay. It's a comfort food. It's a comfort song. You're not going to get amped up. You're not going to be mad. You're going to be just like chill. You're going to like, hey, where's my pudding?
I'm not that old.
Pudding or your pudding pub?
Where am I pudding?
No. Well, we don't
tell you, if I did this list true, and the first 6 things I wrote down when I started this list were Bad Company, ! Put in my notes, and then I had this song, Rebel Rebel, and In the Mood, and then I had Steely Dan Supertramp, and then I'm like, I'm gonna wipe all them out.
Come on!
Oh,
good thing we had sneezes all over. Really I fucking love Blackwater. I talked about that weekend.
Oh yeah,
with Cher. that we only had so many cassettes. The Best of the Doobie Brothers was one of them. And we listened to it over and over again. And by the end of that weekend, we were all drunk and sitting around a campfire singing Blackwater
Yeah.
verbatim, because even the people that came that didn't know it, they knew it by the end of that week.
Right.
It's fucking awesome song.
One of those songs to be on classic radio when you're camping up north and you can't get anything else, and everybody knows it. Everything's along. It's stuck in my head right now.
Everyone knows
It's in my head right now.
Don't eat me, see land, pretty mama, come and take me.
That's the part. That's right. Gets
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Take it out, and pretty
And I love the name of the title of this album. What were vices are now habits.
That's yeah.
I love the name.
I said the same thing too. I was like, God damn, this is the perfect album title.
Yeah.
It's like it's a complete omission.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right. So number 2. This
Dude,
goes back to another album I had to hide from my amazing, beautiful, sexy wife, and it's America,
Oh yeah, yeah, we know this. We know this. Yeah.
and it is Lonely People.
Oh yeah.
I love
nice.
this song.
Nice.
The song's great. It hit number 1 Billboard in the easy listening chart. It's that
What?
whole-
Oh.
yeah, it's that whole soft rock thing Dink was talking about. I read a couple things, so I had to try to find another source so I didn't look like an idiot. But there's like 10 sources that said this song was written as an optimistic answer to the Beatles' Eleanor Rigby.
Wow. All
Yeah.
right. Really?
Originally written for John Sebastian. If you don't know who John Sebastian, he was in The Loving Spoonful, and he also wrote the theme to Welcome Back, Kotter, which I had.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of information about it, but the song, it's a beautiful song. If you don't like America, I don't know. I really like it. It's comforting. It's comfort food. Again, it's, give me my pudding. It really did really well in the charts. Number 1 again on the US Billboard Easy Listening chart. Number 3 in Canada's RPM chart, and Adult Contemporary.
Nice.
And number 5 on the US Billboard Hot 100. So, I mean, it was a pretty strong song for them. And they've had obviously enough to have a greatest hits album. Every song on the greatest hits album outside of Muskrat Love is very, very awesome. We purposefully skipped the needle because it's the first song, a second side that we just
That's
skipped.
convenient. It is convenient.
It's very convenient. It's nice. But yeah,
It's nice.
Lonely People, America. I love it.
Great pick. Great pick.
Yeah.
Great band.
Love this. Yeah. Tin Man was on my list. I love
I love
America.
Tin Man.
I love America.
Tin Man, if you listen to it, it was written almost with a metalhead in mind, because that could very easily be a very metal song.
You're right.
Yeah.
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 Challenge accepted.
Yeah, let's do it. We keep talking about it, but one of these days we're gonna do this. So all right, so we're gonna jump to my number 1. We're gonna pull this Band-Aid off. So we had a remix show, and I mentioned in my opening that there was 2 artists that made their buck off of singing other people's songs. Those are called revival artists. If you remember the 2 artists I named,
I do.
what are they?
Linda Ronstadt
Yep,
and Joe Cocker.
absolutely. Number 1
Linda Ronstadt.
Linda Ronstadt.
was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Bad Company in 2025, and it is Joe Cocker.
Joe Cocker.
You are
Ooh.
so beautiful. This is one of the most empowering songs. You can feel this guy's pain.
Yeah.
The real cool thing about this is the song was released about 6 to 9 months earlier by the original composer, and it is the 5th Beatle, Billy Preston, that wrote this song,
Okay.
along with Bruce Fisher. But Joe Cocker said, I want to do this, but I want to slow it down. So he slowed it down. Now, Billy Preston's version is beautiful. It's fantastic. Joe Cocker took the ball and ran with this. Just amazing. It's so beautiful. It was used in that horrible biopic, John Belushi's Wired, in the very end, and it's actually Michael Chiklis that sings the song in the biopic or biopic, however you want to say it. Yeah, that's actually Michael Chiklis singing. What was it? Uncredited. Billy Preston had this song for about 2 years, and him and Bruce Fisher were kind of going back and forth. And they were at a party with some Beach Boys. And he said, "Hey man, I'm having a hard time kind of conveying this final moment." So Dennis Wilson, not Brian, Dennis Wilson sat down and said, "How about this? Bloom, 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 bloom." And they finished the song in the middle of a party on a piano, and everyone was clapping and like, "This is the greatest song ever." So I thought that was a cool history.
Wow, that's really cool.
History. But yeah, the pure power and emotion. Joe Cocker has the ability to convey heart-wrenching sorrow. That is one of his greatest ability vocally.
Yep.
He's got this, I don't know. And then when he sings, he like contorts his body because he's putting everything he has. Plus, he was probably stoned out of his gourd, but he's putting everything into this song, and this song is just fucking gorgeous. It is my number one, and I love this song.
Yeah, great pick, man. You're right about him. He does convey pain so eloquently in his voice, man. He really does. And I want to say Billy Preston is a unappreciated gem, I think, to this day.
Oh, absolutely. Just his piano playing.
Yeah.
Outside of his singing and his songwriting, his piano playing, piano playing.
Hello. Yeah, Canadian? Wow.
Oh, no.
How come you sound more Canadian than we do?
Right? Well, my buddy from 1,000 Greatest Miss texted me just the other day. I shared it with you and said, "How come you sound more Canadian than those two guys?" So it comes out.
You say it's because I wear a toque.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to be really good at your craft. I mean, exquisite at your craft. And when you're considered the fifth Beatle, it's
right.
No one else was ever considered, and they played with a lot of people,
And he's got kind of a background in blues, and obviously he's moved it into the rock foray, but he's got this swing. This swing and this drag. Almost a shuffle style, but it's not quite a shuffle. It's more of a swing, a ragtime feel, if you will. He's got an amazing, amazing ability to move a message musically, and I love his playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a whole bunch of things to say, but I go, welcome back.
Welcome back.
3 songs ago.
Welcome back. That was one popped into my head. Secondly, I hope they didn't go swimming after they finished the song. And thirdly, I don't remember what it was, but it was something half decent or ridiculous. Joe Cocker. When I stumbled upon Joe Cocker when I was a kid, it was really when he was visible, right? It was Up Where We Belong with Jennifer Lawrence from Officer and Gentleman. And I remember seeing them on Solid Gold or one of those shows.
Solid Gold, yeah.
And I was, with Marilyn McCoo, remember that show? And I was like,
later Rick Dees.
I remember thinking, is that guy drunk? That Joe Cocker?
Yeah, I was going to say something at the same lines. I thought there was something physically wrong with him when I saw him.
And then I went back and saw that he was in Woodstock and the whole catalog. He always kind of looks like
that.
Well, there's a famous SNL thing where
he's going to bring that up.
Oh, talk about it.
I was just going to say it because my wife knows Joe Cocker, right? But she'd never seen him. And like 2-3 months ago, she saw John Belushi's famous SNL skit when he's Cocker. He's being Joe Cocker. Of course, he could sing. Belushi actually had a decent voice, and he sounded like him. He's doing all of the same contortions, and my wife's like
next to him.
What is he doing? I'm like, well, that's how Joe Cocker sang. Did he really? I'm like, oh yeah, I showed him a video. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
that's it.
Great pick, man. I mean, great pick. This
It's a
again,
good song.
all of our songs put together, all of our picks put together are very eclectic. This is a great year.
Yeah.
So I will say this: there was a lot of gray area. There's like some really good stuff and a lot of like, so all that stuff kind of floated to the top real quick, right?
Yeah.
But all all of our picks. I mean, how many Stansies do we have? Do we have any?
Just
No.
the one.
Rebel.
Rubber.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, Rebel. Yeah. So we had just one. So, but
One.
even that being our lists were so eclectic and diverse. I love it.
Yeah.
Great episode.
Yep.
Well, all right. I'll close it out. That was 1974, not 1976, Joe, but 1974. Joe pulled a little prank on us in pre-production. But yeah, this was a fun little walk down memory lane. Although in 74 I was 3 years old and I don't remember anything on the radio. But throughout my life, these songs have had an effect on my life, and obviously these three guys as well. Come back. We've got some really cool stuff on the docket for future shows. And with that being said, visit justrankedpod.com. Quick link to check out all of the sources to get your podcasts. YouTube, you can see my beautiful face. There's also a tab for this luxurious, it's not Naugahyde or pleather, this is actual cotton t-shirt that has Just Ranked on it. Please come back and visit. Thank you very much. Hit like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell like AC/DC. With that, go fuck yourself.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Just Ranked is researched and produced by the Just Ranked crew. Edited and mixed by Joe Burkle. Socials and marketing by DJR Media Services. Theme music by Blue Joker. If you're enjoying the show, please set your podcast app to download new episodes and help spread the word by leaving a review and tell everyone you know to listen.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't you go fuck yourself?